Ooh, bacon.
My son is making me look the other way.
Oh, none of this stuff's probably gonna be in. I'll probably edit all that out.
So that was a fucking lie.
Keep looking at. Yeah, don't.
I got my ass closed.
All right, just making sure.
I should have peed.
Oh, sweet mother of
Bacon!
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Reverse BLT here with Mother of Bacon, my actual mom. Not a fake mom. She's not faux Mother of Bacon or Mother of Turkey Bacon. She's a real deal. And we're continuing our. We're continuing our binge watch of season 3 of The Expanse. We've gotten to episode 7, which is entitled Delta V. So, do you remember what Delta V is from physics?
No, but that thing looked kind of funny.
Oh, that's it's probably Ra. He's got a sun disk on his head. This is that stupid ass gods of Egypt thing where
okay.
where most of the gods of ancient Egypt are somehow like white European people.
That's racist.
But anyway, we're not even going to talk about that crap. So the last episode, Jules Pierre Mao was caught and brought before Avasarala.
Well, I don't think we need to do a recap.
Well, we do briefly recaps because of the fact that these things aren't necessarily going to be watched by people right one after another.
Okay.
And so it's just.
So let's recap this real quick.
Real quick.
They rescued 4 children from the thing. They blew up Agatha.
Nuked the Agatha. The Quotiara went down with the ship and nuked the Agatha King to keep the protomolecule from spreading.
Because they got all over the thing. They tried to destroy all of the daggone pods that was sent towards Mars. And Mao was captured and sent to...
well, we don't know where he was sent, but... Yeah,
no, he was taken to...
brought before Avasarala.
And Strickland, unfortunately, thought Amos was a friend.
But Amos wasn't a friend. Amos, in fact, was that guy. And he showed him what that guy does.
And unfortunately, and them messed up the whole thing by having a quickie. And Holden and Naomi.
But Naomi is leaving the crew.
Yay!
How rude.
Let's see. Gutty got hurt. So now she's in the little med bay.
Right.
And I'm not sure what Alex doing. I guess he's tending to her.
Yeah.
And
interesting that, huh?
What else? That's it.
Dear, haven't you forgotten something?
Oh, and the work.
Oh yeah, the work. Reared is
gigantic squid-like head.
It looks like a jellyfish.
Or jellyfish-like head.
With armor. But and so I guess we're getting ready to find out what that work really is up to. Okay.
Indeed, it's mobile. It's on the move. Mom thinks it's going to Earth. What will it do?
Oh, we forgot. One of the kids got killed trying to beat up Gunny.
Wait, what? Oh! I mean, actually, Katoa.
Katoa,
the hybrid.
He won't make it back to his
dad. Hybrid that was Katoa. He wasn't going to make it back to his dad.
He's not making it back.
Once they get to that stage, that they're not who they were anymore, and there's no reversing.
And they had a bunch of children.
Yeah. Only 4 children out of literally dozens of children. Probably I would say the proto-molecule project.
It was quite a few.
Probably went through at least 50.
It was quite a few ships leaving out of their pods.
And those were the successful ones. And you know how
quite
that goes.
A few.
With science, probably like less than half are successful. So they probably went through at least 100, 150 people making that. I don't know if they were all kids.
They should have put Strickland in there with one of them. That's what they should have done.
Torn to ribbons.
But
yeah, the death he got from Amos was relatively quick and merciful compared to some of the deaths he could have gotten. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get right into it, guys.
Yes, we are.
We hope you enjoy, and they're gonna do their recap too. Why not? No more booty shot? Come on, that was the best thing about that scene. The work.
What are you building?
The work. Can't stop.
Look at it. Look just like a jellyfish.
The giant jellyfish of
with armor. Now, what if Julie in there? Wouldn't that be something?
Julie's dead, Mom. Julie's dead. Miller's dead. All the 100,000+ belters on Eros are dead. The people of the Arbogast are dead.
We must choose peace.
See?
For we have arrived at the dawn of a new era.
Oh,
and are
it's gonna
witness
suck on
to
her.
an event unlike anything else in the history of our species.
Look at it.
But peace
All those tentacles.
is a fragile thing.
It's
So
a
I'm
jellyfish.
asking you to join me and join hands with our brothers and sisters throughout the system,
The heck is that?
Mars and the Belt, and dedicate ourselves to being one people with a shared purpose. And as we have always done in the past, we will face the unknown
Oh,
together.
he's getting ready to face it. The heck is that?
The work.
It's a ring?
The work is complete. What do you think of that, bro? What's that giant ring for?
I don't
What's
know.
it gonna do?
It looked like where it can open up a portal.
A portal? What kind of portal would you open up with something that started out the size of an entire freaking continent? I mean,
One that bring my people in.
think about how huge a ring that would be.
One that bring my people in.
Okay, so I like the name of this ship. The EK. You know what that means?
No.
And what? And what, motherfucker? That's what it means. EK. EK, man. And what?
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Now keep the best time in the system for the Jupiter system.
I think he's tired.
I'm not tired.
He's a slingshot racer. So remember when Miller was looking for that dude, and he was like, "Yeah, this dead guy," and they're like, "He's not dead. He's right there." And they were doing the race.
Hmm?
Slingshot race is when you use the gravity of planets to accelerate your ship rather than using your own.
Uh-oh.
The UN has announced that a blue ribbon panel of civilian religious leaders, intellectuals, and
So he's trying to get attention for his record, his attempt to break this record with his slingshot racer.
But don't go through that ring.
But he can't because no one cares because all the news is focused on the ring.
But don't go near the ring.
That would be so amazing.
Look,
He's
doing the
skimming the rings of sand. Yeah, dude, that's amazing.
idiot.
Oh my goodness. I mean, can you imagine looking out and seeing that?
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, you black out probably for
Uh-oh.
how much acceleration he gets himself.
Going to the ring? You on court? Oh, he one of those. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the exact same kids
Adrenaline
that get
jump.
out there in the middle of the night and race their cars, except in the future.
In a joint
Adrenaline junk.
today, Anderson Dawes and Fred Johnson announced that the OPA would be
Fucking ring.
You always off somewhere, do your thing,
Uh-oh.
and your brother, he understand me?
Uh-oh. Your brother now.
Stay safe for sewing out this superstar.
Oh, sorry, Neo. I love the Belter music in this episode.
He gonna go in the ring. Mistake.
His ship kind of looks like a Boscher. I'd never noticed that before. I wonder if that was deliberate.
Man, that's urine.
Well, if you're out of water, you're out of water. Though you can't do that for long. You can keep yourself alive a little for a while drinking urine. Look,
I don't want to watch him do the urine.
on the news was James Holden to visit the ring. Hero of the Belt joins flotilla. They spelled flotilla wrong! I didn't notice that before. Oh wait, but it's Belter News, so they probably did do it on purpose.
Now I'm going to show you the real me. To pull it off, I must go dark for a time. That's what you hear about Maneo. Whole belt going to say him. And all man going to know. I do this for you.
He going through the ring. Yep. Big mistake. Big mistake. He's so stupid.
You know, what was it? Who was it that said like just about everything, every stupid thing men do, they do trying to get laid?
Well, dang, he ain't getting
But
late.
look, there are things going through the ring. That's a probe going through the ring right there.
No, it
187
might be
days
going
since it
underneath
formed.
it.
So what's that?
All of them getting that stuff on. Every last one is dripping on them.
What is that? Is that 6 months?
A lot of people
A
think
little more
you're
than 6
special.
months. Yeah, I think it's a little more than 6 months, right?
So a lot of people think you're special.
Special? I don't know about special. Lucky, maybe.
You have definitely been
Stupid.
called that. Here you are again on the edge of the unknown. Why push your luck?
Because you're paying us?
Your project wreaked havoc throughout the system. You had a major effect on those events, and that led you to this, the ring. How does that make you feel?
Kind of makes me want a donut.
You're deflecting again.
It's there.
Would you have done this documentary if we didn't agree to pay your legal fees?
No.
Nope.
Hell, I might have done it for free. The Rossi is such a beautiful ship, and she's got us out of...
Sounds really interesting, and I will get back to
She
you
like
on
Amos.
that. So what
Look
about
at
you?
her.
I'm gonna be on the ship one way or the other. At least this one's part of mine.
What happened to Naomi Nagata?
She's on a leave of absence.
Notice it's been renamed. Remember how the first book was Leviathan Wakes? What was the other giant monster from Revelation? The Behemoth. The Leviathan and the Behemoth.
Only for you, valuable customer.
That sounds like what's his name back?
To me already.
Oh no.
On Tycho, that would get you 6 months in jail. I don't want to see that shit where people are working. If they want to do it, they can do it on their own time.
You get no trouble from me, boss man.
You notice how her Belter accent has become stronger?
She's back on there with them.
You know, I've got your back.
Damn, I bet I'm your captain.
No one's going to change that.
Commander Class Ashford requesting permission to come aboard.
You're already here.
It's a tradition.
Can I say no?
No. You remember Mr. Harari?
You little shit.
The OPA officially granted him amnesty. Fred didn't tell you. I'm sure it was a mistake.
Matching outfits, really?
It's a work in progress. I'm still getting used to being in uniform myself. But it's growing on me. Certainly better than the clothes of indentured servitude.
Welcome to the Behemoth.
I can feel the love already.
What do you think of Class Ashford there?
Arrogant.
It's an interesting new character.
Fresh beef quarter pounders left Nathan's feet.
And the return once more of Diogo, whose legend grows evermore.
Yes, it do. Wow.
And
Wow. Everybody want to go to the belt.
You look like you've just got
I mean, to the ring.
well, I mean, if a giant ring appeared in the
No, I mean, they had enough trouble with that. What happened to that little glob that was inside the ship?
What about the Martians? Their probes.
You know,
the ship still seems to be
yeah, I
running just
mean,
fine.
they ain't said nothing about that glob that's growing down there.
Is it growing?
I don't know what it's doing. I know it's still down there.
Do you think it might have been alive in
Did
some
you
way?
see it get
Life
off?
form?
I know you're missing a lot of important stuff.
Aren't you part of the godly contingent?
No, I came here in a spaceship, not the wings of an angel. I'm able to appreciate the difference.
I like Anna.
There's no doubt in my mind that is a piece of technology.
I remember reading about the first probes to leave Earth from the solar system centuries ago. They had examples of our culture. Could it be something similar to that?
The protomolecule was discovered inside Phoebe. An extrasolar object captured by Saturn eons ago that came from who knows where.
I think that's actual real fact too. Phoebe did come from outside our solar system. He got captured by the gravity of Saturn as it was passing by.
An intelligence created it.
Yes,
An
it
extremely
did.
intelligent intelligence.
It's getting ready to bring all this stuff to you.
Pray that it's inert.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird if it were a nerd after.
Oh, he's gotten better.
Come on, family recipe.
So you still have family on Mars, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
When was the last time you saw them?
It's been a while.
So you came up through the lottery.
Yep.
Wow. You don't see a lot of people come up through the apprentice program off basic.
I guess I got lucky.
So where were you based before you came up the well?
Why are you bothering Amos?
No place in particular. You know how it is.
Your intake paper said Baltimore.
Why are you bothering
I spent
Amos?
some time there.
I did talk to some locals, though, and they told me about a guy who was also named Amos Burton, who was some sort of mob boss. But that couldn't be you, right? Because you left the city when you were 15. So maybe it was like a relative.
Maybe it's just a common name.
You think?
Not so close.
What is it going to take for you to get comfortable with me?
You being off the ship?
I bet you're one of those tough guys who gets really sentimental and chatty after sex.
No.
I don't shit right.
I agree, Amos.
But she's not accustomed to being rejected.
I don't know. I agree, Amos.
This ship was designed to be filled with Mormons, not bullets.
We put it to better use than they ever could.
What a surprise. A pirate who supports an act of piracy.
Oh, I'm a patriot now. And this warship is a symbol. It is the greatest vessel in human history. And built by Beltalowda. That is something the Innes cannot ignore. Because they know if we can do this, then that is just the beginning.
Still a beautiful ship. Look at him. So he's there to either take over the ship or to report back to Dawes about everything he's seen there.
In theory, he and Drummer working together are part of the partnership between the two sides of the OPA.
Grigori, I was about to apologize. Hard to believe. But it's true, though. I am sorry. Then we're good. Okay, we're good.
What's all this about?
Oh, we used to work together.
I love how he says that like it explains everything, you know? We used to work together. That's why we just got into a freaking fist fight.
How is your stomach?
Oh, please.
Oh, Dawes asked me to ask. He was very worried when you got shot.
I had his name tattooed around the wound to remind me.
I forgot how funny you are. Fred has protomolic. Dawes has cortisol. And they both need this ship.
They both have delusions of grandeur.
And neither one of them cares if you or I are happy with the arrangement.
Finally, some truth.
I haven't lied to you. Yet. But my point is that we both have orders to follow.
Well, man, you keep getting closer and closer.
To work together.
Yeah, it's a way of putting her off her game. I don't even think it's about establishing dominance so much as putting her off her game. Because it's inherently uncomfortable.
What's wrong?
A construction skiff malfunction. It's stuck in a hard spin. Pilot's not responding. Trying to access the ship's drive by remote. Got it. Killing the drive now. I'll bring it back to the dock.
You sure you want to bring that to the dock?
Recognize this dummy?
Oh my goodness.
He's gone.
Died though.
What was he doing?
He was out there doing construction work.
You sure those new people that just got on board didn't do that? Because...
Mom, do you not remember what he was doing when she was down there?
The best barbecue comes from those...
He was taking drugs.
...wall places.
Oh, shoot.
That's what she dressed
The
down
Piper
the guy
thing.
about. Yeah.
The Piper
He got
thing.
high and he ended up basically screwing up while he was working. He ended up getting into a spin that was so hard he blacked himself out, couldn't correct himself, and the G-forces got high enough that he killed him.
Wow.
And if she hadn't taken control of the ship, it would have smashed into the vessel and
Right.
caused serious damage.
Wow.
So that drug thing is a problem. All the ship's heading to the ring.
Crazy.
I have to admit, I kind of miss that old red sky. Been back to Mars since I was shipped out for Phoebe way back when.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of jealous.
Oh well, y'all chatting.
Well, they're both Martians. I mean, come on. It's not like there's anything else going on.
Lisa filed for divorce.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, kind of relieved. Does that make me an asshole?
Nah. It's better to know what you want and who you are. You earned that seat you're in. You're a top-notch pilot. You can fly me anytime.
I'm sure he can.
It's good talking to you, Gunny. Thank you.
I saw the skiff pilot with a dealer earlier. I should have told you about it.
I made you chief engineer because I learned to trust you.
I'm sorry.
I don't expect you to be perfect. Or anyone. That skiff driver was free to put whatever he liked into his body. We all are. Until that freedom puts others at risk.
So?
And then we act accordingly.
So what, go after the dealer?
Who is the dealer?
Security detail to the dock. Captain will meet you down.
You are so far away from us. So close to that thing. I'm just
Yeah.
afraid. I miss you. Your daughter misses you, and we love you very much.
Not those people.
What are you talking about?
What?
No, I was just thinking about all the things that could happen.
Before you shower?
Everybody keep going to that ring.
Before you shower, log in as decontamination until
Going that ring.
Ren here knows all the angles.
Secret teachings, hidden wisdom.
He was just telling her that she should log her time, her shower time as work time. So if she logs in as decontamination, she could claim it as work. The guy was like, yeah, if you want to know all the ways to pad out your time clock, he knows all.
Hey, new girl. Like what you see?
Wouldn't rub up against that narcissistic asshole with your junk.
Sure. Oh, this is not bad looking.
Nah, he's not a good bad looking guy.
He is not bad looking at all. He looked like Jon Snow. But he beefier.
She's a perv.
Hey. Listen, the first contract's always the toughest.
Stick with us. We'll get you through it. Okay?
Melba's just under a lot of stress.
How close is everybody to that ring?
Do you read that?
Moldable something.
Moldable high explosive. Or very high yield plastic.
What did she just do?
She just planted a bomb.
Closed courses.
What kind of crap is that?
Like I said, Melba's under a lot of stress.
She's doing under a lot of stress.
Because she just planted a bomb on a ship.
I know.
No cameras.
It's on his back. Or anywhere.
It's unusual to find green walls on a ship like this.
I call them Prax panels.
What's a Prax?
He's a botanist.
You miss him?
He was good company. He was my best friend in the whole world.
Why didn't you go with him?
He didn't ask. He didn't have to. I'm not really the rebuilding type.
In these uncertain times, it's more important than ever that we learn to love each other. I heard you shut down Monica. Does that mean I have a chance?
Uh-oh.
Like I told her, I don't shit where I eat.
Well, you live on a spaceship.
I don't shit in the galley.
Hey, everybody trying to get something.
Well, they're trying to make him more malleable.
Trying to pump you.
Wait. Flip that buff around. Yeah.
She know what she doing.
Put that in the wrong way. Power goes dirty, sends a false, so the next one goes to standby, then the one after that. Pretty soon you got a whole ship powered down.
I'm out of my depth.
It's okay. You're gonna be just fine. I promise.
She out of her depth, but she just planted a bomb.
This one's supplies. I'm going to space him and make him watch in full view of the crew. Walk away. This is mine. You do not have to be part of it.
Captain! I have a word.
In a minute.
Now. Clear out, give the
Stay in
captain
a
a little
minute.
goddamn space.
Don't move. Official business.
You don't have to do this.
How many have you spaced for reasons just like this?
More than I'd like to admit, but we're not pirates or rock hoppers anymore. We're citizens of the belt.
Come on.
And we have to start acting like members of a society that obeys the rule of law, not like the animals that the Inners have always portrayed us to be. If we ever want to be accepted as equals with the great nations of Earth and Mars, we must act with greatness.
That's true.
Wes Ashford is a very interesting character.
I don't like him either. But in this, he's not wrong.
This door will be open for one ship. If anyone has any contraband in their possession, they have until then to put it in here with no repercussion. After that,
Anyone caught dealing will be thrown in the brig, court-martialed, and sent back to Sirius for incarceration on a prison barge. Those are our captain's orders.
I don't think so.
Well, spread the word.
I don't think that was her order.
It wasn't going to be her orders.
Uh-oh. Oh, Naomi. You getting ready to make an enemy again? I tell you, Naomi just, I don't know. Oh, shoot. Idiot. You're the only one decided to go through it, right?
Well, they've been sending probes through it.
That's a probe. It don't have any mass.
Have you noticed how freaking huge that thing is?
It don't have any mass. He's a mass.
I would think a probe.
Plus a ship.
I think a probe. Well, I mean, yeah, it's smaller than what he's got, but I don't think it's. I don't know if it's a whole lot smaller. You know what I mean? The probe is still going to be a lot of metal.
I think maybe I was wrong about you.
Idiot.
You pulled this one off.
Yeah. Put her breasts up at the
It's gonna be
screen.
waiting for you when you get back.
Look at her. Look at her. I told you he was trying to grab her.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Men,
Look at him.
Men have always been doing stupid crap,
Idiot.
trying to get laid.
That looks roughly like 50 kilos.
you think this act of mercy makes us better?
A small step, but forward.
This is not who we are.
Who do you think we are?
Uh-oh. She got a new tattoo.
Who do you think we should?
A couple of them, I think.
Why is Naomi Nagata here with us now?
I think this is our time. Time for the belt to stand up. If not now, it may be never.
Well, perhaps you should explain that to Drummer. She needs to hear it from someone she trusts.
I get it. I think Drummer's afraid of them losing their identity.
What game are you guys playing? And an idiot getting ready to go through the little ring.
What in God's name have you been doing?
I have to do this.
Why?
You don't have to look. I really wish you hadn't.
Melba, I fought people before. Please don't make me hurt you.
I'm sorry.
Here come the work. The work. So that's what she been doing. She done made people.
They only look like me. That's why.
Now they look human.
For my time.
So you think the proto-molecule made people to sneak onto ships to plant bombs?
No, I don't know. I'm just guessing now. I'm tired. So I'm guessing now.
I'm gonna start cutting this together.
I'll catch up with you later. Gonna run some diagnostics on the drone, make sure it's 100%.
Sure you are.
Have you picked up on the fact that he's blind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been noticed that.
Yeah, I figured you would, but I noticed that some people watching.
But he feels
understand.
something.
He's got implants. I don't know if you can see all the metal. or the traces or whatever.
Oh.
He's got these implants that allow him to basically see with his hands.
Oh.
And through the cameras too, like he can actually see through the cameras.
They've been on that ship all that time, man, and never looked down underneath that thing. I'm curious to see what's under there too.
No harm, no harm. Me surrender. Just got to get slowed down a little.
They're gonna shoot you?
Firing up in a few seconds.
He's
Hold
moving
your
really
pace.
damn fast. They might not be able to shoot him. He's moving really fast.
Baby, today I do this for you.
Bye.
Today, I make history. Me.
They sent foes to
Maneo, you.
Uh-oh.
He activated it. Because you notice it was like just through and through when the probes were on. Now there's like something there.
Just lose yourself a piece at a time. There's no laws on this area.
Oh, shoot. No.
So.
Oh, that was.
What do you think of that episode?
That was unexpected. See, they gave girlfriend some new blood. The ring. Yeah, we're talking about what has happened so far. Not sure about the new battleship. Well, the new colony for the Oh, I'm sorry. The new colony. You know, and what everyone doing, Dawes, Johnson, whatever. But the
So what do you think of Class Ashford?
Not sure about him yet.
Do you think he's genuine in the stuff he's saying?
I mean, we thought Witchclaw was genuine too when he was working with the secretary. The one you always call him a patriot.
Aaron Wright was a patriot, if you're talking about him.
He may have been, but he caused a lot of problems.
What was that? I can't remember who said it, but one of the most dangerous things in the world is a true believer.
Well, he is definitely dangerous.
So,
but the secretary was crazy. He just wanted to look good.
No, he believed he was making a stronger Earth. That's why he told, like, what he said to the Secretary General.
No, I'm talking about the Secretary General.
Oh yeah. All he cared about was his
image,
his image and his legacy and all
right.
that crap. Yeah. The Undersecretary Aaron Wright, he was the one who really was trying to help Earth. He was just misguided as all hell.
Very misguided.
But everything he was doing was something to try to help his people.
But they got a crew going around following Holden and
making a documentary.
Amos and all of them. And on the Behemoth, they got a serious drug epidemic and contraband epidemic.
What do you think about Drummer's decision? Do you think she was right? That the solution is to throw the person who did it out into space?
Well, you asked me.
Or do you think that they should try to live more like people who, don't just take the law into their own hands?
It's not.
Granted, here's the funny thing.
It's not take your law into your own hands.
Are you the kind of people who just pull out a gun and blow someone's brains out because they did something wrong? Or are you the kind of people who take them to trial and?
But see, to me, it's a new colony. So they're establishing.
That's a ship.
They're establishing rules and regulations and things like that. They got to stumble before they walk. And anyway, they belters.
Well, that's
so they know better. They know better. She said she didn't necessarily care what they put in their body.
Right, until it hurts somebody, because that's basically the
Exactly.
Belter way. They're pretty much libertarians, kind of.
Exactly, and somebody got hurt. In fact, died.
Mm-hmm. They put the whole ship at risk.
And even though I understand the
Because
new
honestly,
guy,
she wouldn't have even cared about it if the guy had only just, you know, hurt himself and died.
Well,
the problem was that it put the ship at risk.
well, I understood the new guy. You know, and yes, he sounds like a diplomat.
Which is ironic,
You know,
because he's made his entire career off of like being a pirate and a guy who goes
Yeah, I
out
mean-
there and hijacks ships and throws people out into space and does the old school Belter stuff. You know what I mean?
well, he sounded like a diplomat, and but I liked her way of dealing with it better. It's the Belters way, and that's what they were used to.
Mhm.
And
Do you think that they need to change somewhat in order to be accepted as a nation unto themselves, instead of just being viewed as a bunch of savages, basically?
well, I'm sure they need to change. And I'm not sure whether, well, the human way hasn't worked for the for Earth or the Martians or
Earth and
anything,
Mars
so
have
I'm
both
not
managed
sure
to
about.
establish long-lasting societies, at least.
Yeah,
They
but
may be at each
look at
other's
what they
throats, but
doing.
still, you know.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
What do you think Amos is trying to hide from the crew?
Who he is?
Same thing he's trying to hide from everybody, huh?
He always he's honest about who he is, but I don't think
I think
he
he's
wants
more
to
honest
know his
about what he
backstory.
is, not so much where he came from. That's
Yeah,
really
he
what it is.
don't
He's
want-
honest about who he is, not where he came from.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because he doesn't want. I don't think it's so much that he doesn't want people to know where he came from as much as it's that he doesn't really want that part of his life to be part of his life anymore. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Well, he's trying
And
to establish himself.
Talking
and-
about it with others brings it back. I think is really what the problem is.
But what I found interesting was the length that the media would go to get him to open up more.
Oh, well, that's
first the woman offered herself up to him. Then the man thought maybe she
maybe
wasn't
he
his
butters his
cup of
bread on
tea,
the other side of the.
that she wasn't his cup of tea. So
Figured
then
he'd
he
try
went
to.
and offered himself up.
So what do you think he was? Speaking of the cameraman, the little blind cameraman, what do you think he was up to at the end there, checking out
maintenance
stuff in the computer there?
Well, let's see, he's blind.
Mm-hmm.
He has
But he
electronic
can see.
equipment
Yeah, you can see with electronic help.
and hear things evidently
Mhm.
that we probably can't. And I'm wondering whether he noticed something that we could not, or he want to plant a bomb on the ship. I don't know, but either way, we're gonna find out more than likely the next episode.
And what did you think of our new character Melba?
I'm wondering about Melba. I'm wondering, what did she take? I thought I saw her stick something in her mouth.
She didn't stick something in her mouth. She did something inside of her mouth.
Yeah, but what did she do? Because all
And
of a
then
sudden
all
she
of a sudden
got
she
strong.
became super strong and fast. and
Yeah.
everything.
So I'm wondering to myself, I'm like, oh God, is she a hybrid or something? She one of those things, they done perfected it or something.
What do you think might be her reasons for wanting to plant a bomb on a ship?
See, which ship is it?
It was a random ship we've never seen before. It's called the Sung-Un. It's a UN ship. I think it's a
What, a cargo?
Maybe a medical ship. I think it's just part of the convoy that's heading out to the ring.
But she's planting a bomb.
Yeah, she planted a
She's
bomb.
planting a bomb.
Don't
So-
really speculate
oh,
too
they
hard
got
about it, because the truth of
cucumbers
the matter
there.
is you don't actually have enough information yet about what's going on there.
I really don't, but I saw that guy's head smash into that ring.
So yeah,
Gave us some new blood.
Poor Neo Espinoza there, trying to impress his cousin who he wanted to sleep with, who actually had been sleeping with for a while. That was his cousin, by the way. They don't really talk
Oh,
about it on
God.
the show, but in the book they definitely mentioned that he was his
Okay, we
cousin.
don't do that family thing.
Humans do it all the time.
No, we don't
But,
do that family thing.
But anywho, so what do you think happened there when he tried to go through the ring?
He couldn't.
But why? What do you think happened?
I mean, even though it looked like a ring that you can go through, It was
I
not.
mean, there was nothing there before, and then all of a sudden there was something there.
The probe went through it.
Yeah, probes have been going through it, back and forth through it the whole time.
Like I said, some mass was going through it.
Do we think it was the mass or the fact that he was going incredibly fast?
Well, it could have.
Or maybe both.
It could have, you know, it could have tried to defend itself.
That's an interesting theory.
It's alive. We know that.
Yeah, well, the protomolecules.
It's a daggone what you call it.
Yeah, it's
turned to a ring.
It's interesting trying to classify the protomolecule.
Yeah, I mean, it was a what you call it. Now it's a ring.
So, by the way, the ring is enormous. If I remember right,
Yeah.
it's 100,000 kilometers across.
It's huge.
That's enormous.
I mean, they showed that one little ship, and it looked like a little pin drop.
Well, you saw all the really big ships that were going towards, and they all looked like pin points too.
Yeah, but they didn't go through the thing.
Earlier, I think you said you thought it was a portal, and if it's a portal, what the hell kind of portal needs to be 100,000 kilometers across?
Yeah, what is it bringing to this?
That's enormous. So yeah, it's interesting because that's like 100,000 kilometers. That would be what about? Is that about 75,000 miles?
Well, we already know they're
I don't know. I can't
sitting up
remember.
their home world and on waiting for them to come in.
And so the last thing that I want to talk about, the last big elephant in the room. Holden appeared to have seen Miller at the very end there.
Yes, he did.
So what do you think was going on there? What was that all about?
Well, remember Miller was died with Julie.
He did.
And that was Julie. That ring. You know, they can say whatever
so you think
they want.
That was real then, not a hallucination?
I think that was Miller.
So what do you think's going on there?
And then I saw his hand quivering.
And you heard
Which I don't remember Miller's hands quivering.
You heard him talking too, right?
Yeah, he said something.
He was just speaking gibberish, basically.
Yeah. I mean, he went to the ring. I mean, to Venus.
Mm-hmm.
So
you think that was really Miller then?
I think it was.
Because Holden closed his eye and shook his head, and he was gone.
That don't mean a thing.
Well, if it was a hallucination, it could mean a thing. He cleared.
But he wasn't hallucinating.
So you're sure about that?
This happened.
It was a real experience.
It happened as soon as the daggone thing hit the ring.
Hit the thing. My mom's sharp, guys.
And
sometimes
all of a sudden,
sometimes she
Miller
goes
came.
nuts with her speculation, but when she's paying attention, she's pretty sharp.
And all of a sudden, Miller came.
There's a lot of people who wouldn't have put that together, that Miller's appearance happened at the same time that Espinoza tried to go through the ring.
But he died at the same time. I mean, he died with Julie. He died with the molecule.
Yeah, I mean, he was becoming. I mean, we didn't see it happen, but
he merged.
He probably had merged at least partially by the time the arrows hit Venus.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows what happened there? But yeah, so you see why I wanted to make sure you saw that one right after.
No, I mean, to be honest, I could have waited for tomorrow for it, but
no, I just wanted to see I wanted to see your reaction to what the work actually was.
Oh, isn't that what you're going?
I don't know. We're not talking about that because the people watching this can't see this, so they won't know what the heck we're talking about if we talk about it.
That's
but,
Hemmings' work.
Yeah, but I mean, they can't see it. So I'm saying we have to start talking about stuff that they can't see. Because I'm gonna when I do upload these videos, I put in like when we're reacting, they can see what we're reacting to. That's why one of the reasons why you cut it up so that they can't just watch the whole episode.
Thank you for explaining.
But yeah, so.
But didn't much happen. But it was a lot of.
Didn't much happen?
No, because most of it was the people following them around trying to get.
I love how Bob talks about the freaking activation of the ring as if nothing
It was
happened.
at the end. It wasn't the whole episode.
The formation of the ring was at the beginning of the episode, and the activation of the ring was at the end of the episode. And we still don't know what it actually is or does.
Nope.
You know?
We sure don't.
And we got to see that Avasarala is now Secretary General.
She is.
A position she never wanted because she hated actually having to be No, she does. She likes working from behind the scenes. Now she's the person in front of the scenes, and that's not
You
where she
know
wants to
what?
be.
I honestly think that was a dream of hers anyway.
No, believe me,
Okay.
Mom. You saw how good she was at politics. If she had wanted to be Secretary General, she could have been Secretary General.
It wasn't time then.
She didn't want to be. She was like a grandma. That woman was planning on retiring without ever holding elected office. It's just like Aaron Wright asked her when we first met her. It's like, how on earth is it that you managed to become someone who's 2 heartbeats away from the most powerful position on the planet without ever being elected to anything? You know, I mean, that's where she wanted to be. She was exactly where she wanted to be. She was the person who basically had enough power to effectively control the government without anyone even really knowing what she did. You know what I mean?
Still don't know what she did.
Well, now she's Secretary General, so everybody knows what she does. You know, but I mean, in terms of her job, everyone really actually knows who she is now, and that's not something I think she wanted. But anywho, so yeah, I mean, a lot happened. What it was is it wasn't like an action-intensive episode, obviously, and it wasn't an episode that seemed like it had a lot of big revelations in it. But trust me, a lot happened in that episode. It's just it'll take a minute to really realize just how much happened in that episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was so Delta V, by the way, is Delta is change. Okay, so and V is velocity. So Delta V is acceleration.
Okay.
And acceleration, of course, is what killed our young man at the end of the episode. Because, like I said, he was moving at an extremely high velocity by the time
he wanted to impress the lady, and I mean, he couldn't. He
was moving so fast. He was moving so fast that by the time if we had gone through the ring, if he had fired up his engines in order to decelerate safely, it probably would have taken him like a week.
Yeah, he outdid himself.
Like, he was going really damn fast. But yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching with us. If you enjoyed our reaction, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff, and make sure you come back for more Expanse.
Yes, because we will carry on.
The only sad part now is that we're in the back half of season 3, and there is no season 4 yet.
It's okay. We're gonna finish 3 though.
But yeah, there's this season, man. This season is just so great.
It's been interesting.
There's even more staggering stuff coming. So, but yeah, we'll see you guys on the flip side. And so this is Reverse BLT and Mother of Bacon signing off. And bye-bye.
Bye.